Hey everyone, this is TUK. So today I wanted to cover a special kind of video here, something different. I wanted to rate all the Mewtwo cards released to this date and see how they was good in competitive at their times because of course we don't have an unlimited format. We can have an unlimited format that is just for fun, but in reality no we can't. So we will rate them at the times they came in and how they affected the meta. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of Mewtwo cards. Not as much as I thought. There were, like, I remember most of these. Some of the old WotC era, I wasn't there to play with it. I started playing competitively heavy in about 2010. So some of these cards, I have to look it up to see what's the reasoning behind it. And from what I see, some cards doesn't have any reasoning behind it, but I can see some cards that wasn't played a lot. I will tell you some reasons behind it, okay? So yeah, let's just get started here. So the rating here is the S tier is for most competitive ones. The A tier were very good. You see them splash here and there. Sometimes they come as a rogue deck and stuff like that. And B tier is it's okay, but you don't really need to use it. There's better options. And F just absolutely trash, okay? So let's start with the first of all, the newest one here is the Armored Mewtwo from the promo of the movie. It's an okay card. You can use it here and there for fun with Malamar in Expanded, but really, realistically, you will not use this. There's better option, okay? So yeah, that it's just too heavy of a cost. 3 cost to do 120 and 3 retreat cost. That's just not good, okay? That's just not good. So here we have the tag team Mew and Mewtwo. Let's just say this is an S tier. This has been a top deck. It won the worlds, and to this day it's still winning in the winning decks. And yeah, I don't think this card need to do any more. I don't need to say any more about it. Just to be able to copy any GX or EX in your bench or your trash just by itself is making this card super competitive. I don't need to talk about it that much. Yeah, it's overall a really good card. So this one is the one from the I think the Hidden Fates, or no, Shining Hidden Fates. Yeah, Hidden Fates. This one is from the Hidden Fates set, and from what I remember, no, this is the bad one. Yeah, so it's just vanilla. This for beginners. So you never use this. You never use this Mewtwo GX here. It's just a vanilla. 3 cost to attack for 110, and like it's just why? Why would you use this when you have other options? Okay. Let's see. The Mind Reporter Mewtwo here, which was from Unbroken Bonds. This actually was a really good card in my opinion. When it came, it saw play, but it's of course it's not an S tier. It's an A tier. It saw play with Oranguru, so that you can return a supporter and get it with Oranguru. You finish the game. So yeah, it's like a work around not having Versus Seeker. So yeah, it saw play. It saw actually play. So yeah. The Mewtwo from the movie. You could see it's an okay card. It's not bad, but you will never use this when you have other options. It's like, well, like why would I use this? Like there's a lot of better options out there to use rather than this. So yeah, 130 wasn't bad at the time this card came out. So to hit something like Buzzwole, from what I remember. So yeah, you saw it to play with Manamar actually. But I would say this is in the top of the B tier for now. The GX one though is actually, I would say, in the low B tier. It's definitely better than this. This is a vanilla one that's never going to be used, but this is a not bad one. In 190 HP with 3 attacks, they are decent, but it cost too much to use them. So yeah, these were not that great, I would say. So yeah. So the ability one, this was a promo that has pressure, as says that as long as this is your active Pokemon, it takes 20 less damage. It's so irrelevant, it will never be used. Let's be honest here, it's a collector card. So yeah, for now it's the higher of the F tier, I guess. This is not a good card. So the one from the Mewtwo GX from Shining Legends, from Shining Legends. Actually, this wasn't a bad card, to be honest. But no, you will never use this. People tried to use it because of the first attack, the full burst. It's reminiscent of the old Mewtwo EX, but not really. So yeah, it's a decent card. I should say, like, it's a top of B tier. It's an okay card, but you will never use it. Okay. Next is the Mewtwo EX from the XY evolutions. Yeah, the one that has energy absorption, regeneration, and Cyburn. Like, this is like a reminder of the old one from, what's it called? From the Diamond Emperor era. But no, you will never use this. Actually, this didn't see any kind of play. So yeah, unfortunately, this is a F tier as well, like top of F tier for now. So the other Mewtwo, the regular Mewtwo, not the EX, from the XY evolution, actually this one saw play. So this one was actually really good. It was played a lot just to counter something like Buzzwole, and it was effective. Just for double colorless energy, you can knock out Buzzwole with his full requirement. So yeah, this actually was played. So this was a card that splashed on a lot of decks. I would say it's a top of A tier. Like, yeah, it was splashed in a lot of decks, and it was a card that really needed to play to counter something like Buzzwole, which was the top deck at the time. So yeah, I would say this is a top of A tier, almost the S tier. Okay. So the next one here is the Mega Mewtwo EX Mega, the Y version. So yeah, from Breakthrough, there's nothing to say about it. This was a top deck in the meta, and it's still, in my opinion, one of the strongest cards. Like 30 for each card, for each energy attached to both active Pokemons. That's by itself really good. Like, the downside for this card is the whole that it's Mega Evolution, so you need the Spirit Link to use it. Otherwise, you will end your turn. But I just said, this is a really good card. It's a top deck card, like top meta deck card. So yeah. Unfortunately, the X one though is not that good. It's a decent card, definitely not an F tier, but I would say it's like right here. Like, it's so play, but not really anything you want to use. Like, yeah, this wasn't that good, unfortunately. I wanted to make it good, but the cost is so much. Like, a Psychic 2 fighting and a colorless just to use an attack and an Omega? No. But yeah, so there's a big difference between these two, to be honest. So the next one here is the two Mewtwo's in the set. So the Psy Wave one wasn't as good, or the Photon Wave one wasn't as good as the Shatter Shot one. The Shatter Shot was the one that was played. So this you really didn't see that much of use. Okay, same as because this coincided with the X one, but this one actually, the one that made this card also good. So yeah, this Shatter Shot was a good card. I wouldn't say it's a S tier, I would say it's an A tier card, because it dependent on itself is not that good. It's a good attack. First attack is a good attack. Some people use it on their own as a rogue deck, but the main focus of this card was the Mega. So yeah, let's just say it's a A tier card. These two promos were they are the same card but different artworks. You will never use these. Were promos for Breakthrough, so yeah, you will never use these. Even at the time you didn't use them. Okay, the one from Legendary Treasures as well. No, this is just a collector card as well. I would go ahead and argue it's an F tier. There's no use for this card. Okay, like these have some kind of attacks. This does not have anything good, to be honest. Okay, so the Mewtwo EX from Next Destinies, and this was a top deck at the time. So yeah, this was a top deck at the time, in my opinion. Still one of the strongest for a double colorless energy. You can do 20 times the 20 amount of each energy attached. It's still strong. Yeah, these times it will not be that good. The damage need to be 30, same as the Mega. But otherwise, yeah, this is the card that changed a lot of things, and it was good. It was really good for a basic to be able to do this, all of this. Yeah, this was a really good card. So next is the Level X from Diamond Pearl. So as I said, now all cards here I didn't get to play, but from what I can see the card and how it's been working, I know this card in fact was an A tier by itself and with this card. But let's see, let's talk. Here it says it has a Pokepower or Pokebody, which was equivalent to an ability back then. So yeah, so the idea here is to block all of your opponent's basics, basically something like Decidueye now or Altaria in the game, to stop the basics from attacking, and it became immune basically. So yeah, so I think this is a good card. Back then the top deck was Garchomp C. So yeah, this saw play, actually saw play in competitive a lot, but it wasn't the top decks. Okay, it wasn't like S tier material or something. So this Mewtwo here, the one from I can't remember, I think from Legends Awake, it wasn't bad at the time, but the other one was better. So it was good. It was played, but it wasn't as good because it had Psychic, 40 times 10 for each energy attached to your opponent Pokemon. It wasn't bad, but the better one was this energy absorption one that made this Mewtwo Level X better. Because Level X works as something, if you don't know, like the break mechanic. So the Pokemon keeps the attacks from the previous evolution. So energy absorption, for no energy you can attach 2 energy from your discard pile to the Mewtwo, and then you have recover for each psychic energy attached. You heal 6 damage counter, so you keep yourself healed. And back then 120 for Mewtwo Level X. This can easily be a healed and not taken out with one hit. Okay, I would put them here high on the A tier. Okay, and it has Psyburn, but you will use usually Giga Burn for 120 damage. So yeah, this was the combo here to play these two together. Okay, and they were good actually. So next is the Mewtwo Gold Star. This will irritate a lot of people, but yeah, this is an F tier. This is not a good card. Like, period. It has nothing. Energy absorption is cool, but let's be honest here. This card's not that good. Like, why will I play this card? It has a weird cost. It has a really weird cost. Like, other than novelty and some blaze here and there, I don't think this card is good. Like, yeah, even back then no one used it really. So yeah, it's just a collector card. It's a beautiful card, but nothing more than this, to be honest. Nothing more than this. Okay, the next one here is starting with the Delta species. This wasn't bad, but it wasn't a top deck or something that you saw a lot. It was there, it was niche as a card that's played. It wasn't bad. The one from Holland Phantoms, I think. Yeah, this is the one from Holland Phantoms. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Nothing more. Like psychic arrays to choose one of the defending Pokemon's attack, and that Pokemon can't use that attack. And so yeah, it was good for stalling a little bit, but not really that good, to be honest. Okay, so the next one was the one from Delta species. So this was, I guess, a little bit better. It wasn't a good one, to be honest, still, but it was better. It was better, but yeah, I would put it. Let's see, I would put it here. Like, it's not as good as the other ones. It saw some play in Delta Species decks, but not really that much. Okay, like it wasn't the revolutionary card for Mewtwo to play or something. You know, it was an okay card. Just that. Okay. For Mewtwo EX from Team Rocket, this wasn't a good card. Like, no, like, I'm being harsh here, but no, this wasn't a good card. Like, it gave two prizes, and for 100 HP, level X's just outclass these so hard. And to be honest, still, this wasn't a good card at the time. Even not talking about level X's, this wasn't a good card. Unlike the regular Mewtwo EX here actually saw play. It actually saw play at the time, and it was good. This one, energy absorption. Usually energy absorption Mewtwo's were good. This actually saw play because it hit 60. So yeah. So it was good card because it can basically charge itself up in a one turn. In the second turn you can use it. So yeah, this was a good card actually. This card saw play. I don't know how much play it saw, but I would put it in a high B tier because it was a good card. So the next one here is the one from Expedition. Okay, from E series, and let's see, I think it wasn't that good because I can't find any type of data about it, but the card itself, like the attack wasn't that good. The problem is that Psychic here with 3 energy. Why? The base set Mewtwo has Psychic for 2 energy. Why is this a 3 energy? Yeah, it do 20 more damage, but 3 energy, and you don't charge yourself up. Like, if this card had something like the energy absorption attack and then it had 3 cost, this would be a top deck card at the time. But no, unfortunately, I would put it in the F tier as well. It wasn't good. It looks amazing, but other than that, it's not that good. The one that was promo actually wasn't that good as well. I would put it here as well. It was a promo, and it got reprinted in the legendary, I think legendary collection. Yeah, in the legendary collection. It was a good promo, good card as a promo. Yeah, the first attack would work right now with Philiptini or something like a Glimwood Tangle, but back in the day there were nothing like that. So yeah, it's a coin flip attack, so it will not work. Okay. Next is the Shining Mewtwo from Next Destinies. This card is F tier. Sorry about it. Just sorry about it. This is an F tier card, only 1 per deck because of the Shining rule. It's basically like Prism Star, 1 per deck, and it's so slow. The energy cost is so bad. No, this was not good card. Beautiful card, but no, it's a bad card. It's really a bad card. So this Mewtwo here, the one from Team Rocket, from what I think, yeah, Team Rocket. Or Gym Challenge. Yeah, from the Gym Challenge. It was for Team Rocket. It was an okay card. I'll say it. It was an okay card. You saw it here and there, but it wasn't something revolutionary or something that is just too good. It was an okay card all around. Stat wise, 3 attacks and stuff like that. yeah, it was an okay card, nothing more. Actually, this energy absorption was good. This card was good. This card is the card that actually saw play, saw a amount of play. You basically go ahead and play computer search to search yourself for this card, discarding 2 energies and use energy absorption. You have a 40 attack in the second turn to KO like Hitmonchan from the Haymaker days. So yeah, this card actually was the promo form of the movie. And this card was good. So play actually to counter, even for niche, but it so play a lot to counter Haymaker deck. So, and the last card is the Mewtwo from base set, which we put the XY evolution on the A. This actually was not that good. It saw play, but it's way back in the A tier. Let's just put these in the F tier. No one will use these ever. So yeah, this I would say a B tier, at the end of B tier, almost F tier. Okay, like why would you use this? Like it wasn't that good. Like yeah, it was overwhelming overall. Like you had better option to use in the first base set. Mewtwo was good because it's 60 HP, but I don't really think that's a good card back in the day. Even like it didn't show that much of play. Psychic was great, but yeah, there's no way to charge it up by like the top decks by that was something like the Blastoise, the Haymaker, and stuff like that. The one that countered the Haymaker was the movie promo. So yeah, why would you use this when this exists at the same time? So that's the point here. You never use this when this exists at the same time. So yeah, that's it for this card. For all of the Mewtwo cards, I think I missed something like the Rumble promo from Diamond and Pearl. The Rumble promo wasn't that good. It was okay. It wasn't that good. No one used it, so it will probably an F tier. As much as I like the art for it, and maybe I missed another kind of promo or something. But these generally are all the Mewtwo cards, and here how they stack in the game throughout the history. So yeah. Let me know what other kinds of cards you want to see in this format. Like I can cover a lot of Pokemons in this format, or other card games. Maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! I will let my friend cover it. And yeah, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.